All right, Shalom, 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 Israel. This is Lamad coming back at you with a lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Rukakadash. It's going to be a quick lesson going into how this life that you see, hey, it's only for a moment. All right, let's get the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 78. In verse 30 and 39. Right, this Psalm 78 and 39. Right. It say, for he remembered that they were but flesh, right? A wind that passeth away and cometh not again, right? So, hey, in this life, our life is as a wind that just passes away, right? You ever been outside and you feel a damn breeze, right? And the wind is kind of, maybe you might see a damn leaf or something that's being taken away by the wind. That's how our life is, man. Our life is nothing but a moment, right? And this lesson goes out to, towards me. I need to hear this because, hey, we worry too much, right? We worry too much about the cares of this life, right? We worry too much about what's going on, right? And we need to stop doing that, right? Because this life is nothing but a moment. Everything you see around here, these cars, houses, right? iPhones, cell phones, anything that you see, man, everything is just temporarily, man. And it's going to pass away. It's going to be burnt up. All right, let's get Psalms 103. All right. Psalms 103. In verse 14, it say, for he knoweth our frame. He remembered that we are dust. Right? As for man, his days are as a grass, as a flower of the field. So he flourished, right? So, hey, flowers, they get eaten, right? Certain type of plants, right? Flowers get plucked up, right? Grass get cut. That's how our life is, man. Right? It gets cut. It gets cut down. Right? We only here for a moment. All right, and once that moment it ceases, man, and we vanish. Right? Verse 16, it say, for the wind passeth over it, and it is gone. Right? As soon as the wind passes over that flower, right? The grass, right? Leaves, anything that you see, hey, but once the wind passes over it, it vanishes. It's gone, man. That's how our life is. And the place thereof shall know it no more, right? We don't know where these things go, right? It just pass on by. You ever heard that saying? Hey, life just pass you on by, right? Next thing you know, you're born. Next thing you know, hey, you're damn 50 years old. You blink, you're 75. So, hey, life as we know it is only for a moment, man. But the mercy of Yahweh is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness until children's children, right? To keep his covenant and to those that remember his commandments to do them, right? So the Lord showed mercy from everlasting to everlasting. So that's why a lot of people be born with different type of elements, different type of illness, right? Sicknesses, right? Born with one arm, born with all different type of diseases, right? Because the Most High does not forget your sins, right? His mercy is from everlasting to everlasting, right? Let's get the book of Job. Putting these damn flies now. Right, let's get Job chapter 7. Job chapter 7 and verse number 7, right? It say, "Oh, remember that my life is wind. My eyes shall no more see good," right? So even Job understood that his life was just as wind, right? Wind just pass you on by, right? Wind is only there for a moment, and then it subsides, right? So our life is short, man. We live short life. Let's get the book of Psalms, chapter 90. Right, Psalms chapter 90. And verse number 10. Right, matter of fact, we'll start at verse 9. "For all our days are passed away in thy wrath. We spend our years as a tale that is told," right? And that's how our life is. Hey, you remember that? Remember that time you did such and such and such? Hey, you remember DeMarcus, man? DeMarcus was he was a good guy, man. He was good. Right? Our lives as a tale told. Something that just passed on by. Right? Verse 10, "The days of our years are 70 and 10, right? So the average man only lived to about 70 years old, right? And that's even in the scriptures, man. Let's get the book. That's from the beginning too. Let's get Genesis chapter 6, right? Because after the flood, man was starting to live lesser, and lesser, man. Right? This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse number 3. Right? And it say, "And Yahweh said, my spirit should not always strive with men, for he is also his flesh, yet his days should be 120 years, right? So after the flood, a man was living shorter and shorter upon the earth, right? So now an average lifespan of a man, right, it's about, and he get it good if he can get 60, crack that 60 mark or 65 mark, man. Right? Some men down there at 50, 45, 30, 22. Hey, this life is unexpectedly, man. You can go anytime, man. Right? You got to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua that he give you mercy. Right? Let's get 2 Corinthians. Right? So don't try to focus too much on this life, man. Because this is why the Lord said this. Let me get this, man. Which is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse number 1. It say, "Remember thou thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right? So you're supposed to remember your Creator in your youth, right? Don't wait till if you even make it past that, don't wait till you're 60 years old, 67 years old and want to serve the Lord. You got to serve the Lord in your youth, man. Right? You got to serve the Lord right now. Right? And also say, let's rock. Right? Because King David in Psalms 119, 59 and 60, he said, "I delayed not to keep thy commandments." Right? "I made haste and delay not to keep thy commandments." Right? This is Rock chapter 5 verse 7. Right? And it say, "Make no tarrying to turn into the Lord, and put not off day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance." Right? So you want to serve the Creator in thy youth, right? Your focus should be on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? And I understand you want to have days where, hey, you want to have fun, man. You want to do something nice for yourself, right? You want to take the rib out, right? Take your wife out. You want to take the children out, right? Or you want to just simply do something nice for yourself, right? Let's get Sirach 14 and 14 for that. With Sirach 14 and 14, it say, "Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee," right? What is good? Right? Romans chapter 7 verse 12, right? To do good is to keep the commandments. So there's nothing wrong with doing something good for yourself, as long as it's lawful. But other than that, man, you're supposed to be focused on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Because it's saying, you know, we're not over righteous. We understand brothers like to have fun. We understand brothers like to, you know, relax some time and play some video games, and ain't nothing wrong with that, because the scriptures say this. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 16. Be not righteous over much, right? Neither make thyself over wise. Thy shouldst thou destroy thyself. Why? So why should you be over righteous, right? And you being over wise? Because even Solomon said, much studying is the weariness of the flesh, right? So it's a such thing as studying too much, right? And that can be bring weariness to your flesh, man. Because hey, you can have fun in this truth, man. You can. I'm not saying go out and party, hey, but you can have fun, enjoy yourself, right? What do Proverbs 7 and 2 say? Let's bring it up. This is Proverbs chapter 7. In verse 2, it say, keep my commandments and live in the law as the apple of thy eye, right? So keep the commandments and live. Live your life, but apply the commandments. It's that simple, man. Right? What do it say in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13 say, for this is the conclusion of the whole matter, right? Fear God, keep his commandments, right? For this is the whole duty of man. What do Revelations 14 and 12 say? It say, hereby the patience of the saints, hereby who kept the faith and the commandments of God, right? So you gotta have the faith and keep the law, statute, and commandments of the Yahweh Shem Shah, right? And you can live your life, man, right? But I'm not saying being all caught up in this world, being caught up in a lifestyle, right? Hey, if it's lawful, why not, man? Right? Because Paul said all things are lawful unto him, right? But some things are not expedient, right? In 1 Corinthians 10 and 23, 1 Corinthians 6 and 12, man. Right? Let's get 2 Corinthians. I just want to point that out before we move on, right? Because a lot of brothers do say, hey, don't let separate from the world, but hey, you can use. Paul also said you can use the world. Let's get that, man. Paul also said that you can use the world. Use the world. All right. Bear with me. Bible been through some battles, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me look up this precept. Yeah. The 2 Corinthians 7. And I start at verse 30. 1 Corinthians 7 and 30. And they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not, and they that use the world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Right? So long as you don't abuse it, right? So Paul said you can use the world, you just don't abuse it, man. Right? Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day, right? Because we become new spirits, man, in Hamashiach, right? New creatures, Salaki. Become new creatures in Hamashiach. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, right? So this afflictions, these battles, right? Everything that you see now, these are for a moment, right? So this life is only for a moment. This being at the bottom, not being able to prosper, living at a lower state, right? All these things are for a moment. This is light, man. This is light affliction. Verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, right? We're supposed to look at the things that was not seen, right? Things that we can hope for, right? What do we hope for? Immortality, right? The kingdom of heaven, right? Rulership. For the things which are seen are temporal, right? The things that are seen are temporal, right? That's why I say these cars, right? You see the houses, things that you can just grab and touch. These things are temporal, man. But the things which are not seen are eternal. Or the things that you've not seen, like they last forever, man. Right? Let's get the book of Matthew. Matthew 25 and verse 46, right? This Matthew 25 and 46. And these things shall go away into everlasting punishment, right? So all these things should go away to everlasting punishment, right? What do that mean? Right? These things are these things that you see. These things that are temporarily here. Hey, these things are going to be burnt up, man. These things are going to vanish, right? And they're not going to come back. Right, brother trying to all hell breaking loose, right? And brother trying to kind of pack up his PS5, kind of pack up his Xbox and take it with him. No, these things are going to be left behind, and they're going to go to everlasting punishment. They're going to be burnt the hell up, man. Right, read that again. Matthew 25 and 46. And these things shall go away to everlasting punishment, but the righteousness into life eternal, right? Kingdom of heaven, immortality, incorruptible crown, right? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Yahweh Bashim Yahusha, all these things are eternal, man. Right? Let's get the book of 2 Peter. The 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, we not ignorant of one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to upwards, not willing that any should perish, right? But that all should come into repentance, right? People wonder, like, hey, these brothers been saying, hey, the world's gonna end all this time. It's been 20, 40 years, and hey, the world's still here because the Most High is waiting on us. The Most High want us to repent, man. Right? But at the end of the day, the Lord is not slack, man. The Lord going to come back when he's ready. The Lord's going to come back on his time. That's why in verse 8 it said, one day to the Lord is 1,000 years. Right? So that's why I say these things are only for a moment. Because, hey, in the eyes of the Lord, man, we ain't been going through this no amount of time. Verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? It's going to come when you least suspect it, right? You niggas don't want to get right and do what you got to do. Hey, the Lord going to come catch you sleeping, man. You're going to be one of them foolish virgins, man. Right? For the brothers that's in the truth, that don't want to labor, that don't want to do the work, that don't want to make their call on the election sure, that don't want to keep the commandments. Hey, that's to you, man. The Lord's going to come as a thief in the night. He's going to catch your ass sleeping because you don't want to do what you got to do as a man, man. Right? Gut up they loins, right? Job 38 and 3, Job 40 and 3, right? 1 Kings 2 and 2 to 3. Hey, be a man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right? Order your households aright with equity. Right? Verse 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens should pass away with a great noise. Right? Why is the heavens should pass away with a great noise? But you want to have intercontinental ballistic missiles. You be flying, shooting. That's why the Bible speaks of shooting stars, man. Right? The stars falling out of heaven. Right? Them are the missiles, the thermonuclear missiles. Right? And the elements should be melt with fervent heat, right? Everything that you see is going to be burnt up, right? The element is going to be melted up with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein should be burnt up. The works thereof should be built in. These cars, your Xboxes, your PlayStations, your iPhones, right? Everything you see, right, is going to be burnt up, man. Right? So I just want to bring that out, right? You also got Malachi 4:1, right? But let's get, so ultimately we should be keeping our focus on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Let's get the classic. Let's get the book of 1 John. 1 John chapter 2, right? And verse number 15. And it say, Salaki. 1 John chapter 2. All right, 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, right? Why did they say love not the things into the world, right? Because you can put these things over Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? That's why Paul said, use the world, but don't abuse it. Right? Because what's in the world? The lust of the flesh. Things that your flesh desires, man. Right? You desire a new Ferrari. Right? You desire to have $1 million in your pocket. Right? Things that's going to turn you away from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, right? What is pride? Sirach 10 and 12, right? Pride is when you start separating yourself from brethren. Start separating yourself from this truth. Start separating yourself from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? Pride is when you separate yourself from Yahweh, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? That's why pride goes before destruction, right? And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abide forever, right? When you do the will of Yahweh, right, you're going to abide forever, right? You're going to attain that immortality that the Lord promised his people, man. Let's get the book of James. James chapter 4, verse 4. James 4 and 4. It say, ye adulterers and adulteress. Right? Why did the Most High say ye adulterers and adulteress? Because of the spiritual fornication, the spiritual adultery, which is what? Serving other gods, man. Idolatry. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh, right? So you got to be careful, man. Right, being in a mixed multitude, to be with the wicked, right? In your Christianity in these churches, right? Speaking against the words of the Lord, right? Hating the Bible, saying the Bible is a white man's book, right? All these things to be the friendship of the world, right? You want to be loved of the world. Right, so you're gonna do the things that the world loves, right? And if you don't want to be loved by the world, you're gonna be doing the things that the world hates, man. And what do the world hates? Scriptures, man. The law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's what this world hates, man. Right? So you want to make sure you cleave in and do what you gotta do, right, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Let's get Psalms 73 and 27. I know I said this video wasn't gonna be long, but hey, that's the spirit, man. The spirit kind of guide you Next thing you know, hey, you bring it out for 30 minutes, man. All right. Psalm 73, in verse number 27, they say, "For lo, they that are far from thee," right? Far from who? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. They that are far from thee, right, shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all them that go a whoring from thee, right? Going into idolatry, right? Being in friendship, right, and loving this present world, right? It's going to get you destroyed, man. Right? So hey, this life is only but for a moment, right? So you want to spend your days serving your Creator, man, serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That way that you can lay up treasure in the kingdom to come, right? Verse 28, "But it's good for me to draw near to Yahweh. I have put my trust in the Lord, Yahweh, right, that I may declare all thy works." And that's what we do, right? What do Psalms 34:3 say? Right? He said, "Join me, come together, and let's magnify the name of the Lord." Right? So on this present day, this present time, we are trying, right? We are magnifying the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, right? And waking up the elect. All right, let's get John. John chapter 15. Verse 18. Right? And it say, "If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you." Right? And this is the point I said. If you was of the world, you're going to do what the world loves. Right? And the world is going to love you. Right? But if you don't do the exact opposite, you keep the law, statutes, commandments, and you constantly rebuke it, and you hate what the world hates, man. Hey, the world is going to hate you, right? This John 15:19. "If you were of the world would," so like in verse 18 again, "and if the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you." So this world hated Yahushua. Why? Because Yahushua was rebuking this world. He was rebuking the people, right? He was rebuking his people, man, and they hated that. Verse 19, "If you were of the world will love its own." Right? So if you was of the world will love you, man. Right? Nobody would be saying nothing to you. Nobody wouldn't be bashing you. This is why nobody bash Christians, man. This is why nobody bash Muslims, right? And all these different denominations. The Israelite men, Israelite women is the most bashed people on the earth today, man. Right? We on the FBI hate group list, right? We on the terrorist group list, and we just reading the Bible, man. That's how powerful the Bible is, right? Hebrews 4:12, right? This the word of Yahweh is quick and sharper than any two-edged sword. "Because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you," right? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, at the end of the day, he chose us out the world, right? To be wholly set apart, to be separate. Right? Let's get Colossians. Bear with me. Right, it's the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and verse 1. Right, and it says, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, right, things that are eternal, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Set your affections on things above, not things on the earth, right? Set your reflections on things above, right? The kingdom of heaven, man, right? Immortality, like I said before, right? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? That's what we should be working on, focus on, man. All right? Let's get Psalms. Go back to Psalm 62. All right, this is what our people love to do, man. Right, so you want to make the best of your time, man. Right? Serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Right, this Psalm 62 and 10, it say, trust not in oppression. Right? How many, and our people love to trust in the oppression. Right? It said in Isaiah 31 and 1, right? Woe unto them that go down into Egypt for help. Right? America is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah in Egypt, man. Right? So trust not in oppression. Become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them, right? Sirach 5 and 4, right? Set not your heart upon thy goods, man. Right? So your mind should always be upon the Lord, man. Let's get Psalms 91. Psalms 91 and 14. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I delivered him. I will set him on high, man, because he hath known my name. Right? So the Lord's going to set us on high. The Lord is going to give us a greater reward than what this world can give us, man. Right? Why do we want our reward when this life is only for a moment? Why we want to prosper here when this life is only for a moment, right? These things are going to be burnt up. These things are going to be temporarily, right? Now, I want to say this, man. This is not an excuse for a man to be sitting on his ass, not going to work, not doing what he got to do, take care of responsibilities. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about trying to be something big in this world, man, right? Trying to get your riches, trying to get, you know, everything dealing with the lust, man, the lust of the flesh, right? You want your Ferraris. You want to be hey, Jake trying to be a damn rapper, right? Actresses and shit and stuff like that. Hey, you want your kingdom now or you want it later, man? Right? That's basically what Satan told you. I will give you all these things, right? I will make you rich. I will make you ruler of all this, right? All you gotta do is say, hey, denounce the Most High, right? And a lot of our people do this, man. In these industries, they denounce the Most High. They don't even pray to the Most High. They don't even serve the Most High. They serve Satan, man, right? They serve the devil, man, right? So as an Israelite man, your focus will be set on serving the Lord, right? And if it requires you to go out your way, right, to put anything over your Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you don't need to do it, right? And as for us, brothers and sisters in the Yahushua, hey, we want that kingdom, man. We don't give a damn what's going on in this world today, man, right? Because we know that America, Babylon, is on its way out, man. Right? This place is about to be burnt up. Right? This place is about to be blown the hell up, man. Right? Let's get the book of Matthew. Get a couple more and we're going to close out, man. Right? So that's what I mean, man. That's why I say this life is only, or the scriptures say this life is only for a present moment. Right? I'm gonna bring this out. Right, this is Romans 8 and 24. For we were saved by hope, but hope that is seen, it is not hope, right? So hope that is seen is not hope, right? If you hope for something and you can physically attain it, right? You can kind of grab it, right? And it's there in front of you. That's not hope, man. Our people have hope, and hey, I want $1 million. Our people have hope. Oh, I want that. I want that chain around my neck. I want a fast car. I want a Ferrari. I want a Bugatti, right? I want a damn Hellcat. right? They hope in these things. That's not hope, man. That's not faith, right? You're not supposed to have faith in things that you see, man. It's supposed to be faith and hope is things that are not seen, man. But if we hope for that, if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, right? So if you can just see it, you can just attain it, grasp it, put it in your hand. Hey, it's not really hope. Why would you patiently wait for that? Hey, you can damn kind of grab it and take it out of somebody's hand, right? So we hope and we have faith for things that we can't see, right? Things that we can't physically attain right now, right? The kingdom of heaven, immortality, eternal life, right? Deliverance, man, out of this wicked ass kingdom, right? This is what we hope for. We don't hope for no damn Bugatti, man. I'm trying to be a damn billionaire and millionaire in fucking captivity, man. Right? You niggas go get it for that. All right, let's get a couple more and we're gonna close out. I just had to bring that out, man. Jake trying to be a damn millionaire in captivity. All right, if you can see it and you can physically attain it, hey, that's not hope. That's not having faith. Matter of fact, let me get this, and then we can get where we need to go in Matthew. Right, this Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? Hope and faith mean the same thing, man. Right? Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things not seen, man. Right? This is the evidence of things not seen. Right? We have faith in something, we can't physically attain it. Right? We can't physically see it, man. That's what y'all got to understand, right? When we have faith, right, that the Most High is going to look out for us, provide for us, right? We can't physically see the Most High get off his throne and he kind of come down here and hand us the money. No, man. The Most High always make a way, right? Because we don't physically see these things, right? We don't see the Most High. We don't see the angels around about us, right? We don't see these certain different things that happen on the earth physically, but spiritually we know. And we have faith to know, hey, these things are there. These things are happening. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing his power, man. That's what we believe. Let's get Matthew and we go close out, man. All right. This is Matthew. Matthew chapter 6 and verse number 19. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth. Trying to be a damn billionaire, man, millionaire. Where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break their own and steal, man, right? You trying to be a damn millionaire, have all these damn different possessions and things like that. Hey, your ass can get robbed tomorrow, man. Your ass can get robbed in the next 15 minutes. Hey, somebody can take that from you, man, right? Nobody can take our crown. Nobody can take immortality. Nobody can take deliverance, salvation, rulership from us, man. Because it is given by who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Verse 20. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break their own nor steal, man. Right? Nobody can steal these treasures that's laid up in heaven. Right? You gotta worry about nobody coming in, breaking into your damn house and stealing all your goddamn goods and possessions. Right? That's why I say the temporary things you should not be focused on. You should be focused on the things that are eternal. For with your treasure is where your heart will be also, right? But you trying to be a damn billionaire, you trying to make it something out of yourself on this goddamn earth. Hey, that's gonna be your focus, man. That's gonna be your primary focus, right? And you're gonna be putting that above your Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? And that's going on, right? That's making putting a God over your Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? That's one of the first commandments, man. Right? Thou shalt have no other God before me in Exodus 20:3. You're making yourself a God, man. Right? This is Matthew 6. We're going to bring this out. Matthew 6 and 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things to be added to you. Right? So if you seeking Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? These damn flies, man. Right? You seeking up to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? And you doing things that's pleasing in the sight of him. Hey, all these things are going to be added to you, man. Right? You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. Right? So why chase these things? And if you chase the Most High, right, like King David did in Acts 13:22, right? David was a man after the Most High own's heart, man. Right? And all these things were added to him, man. He ain't had to worry about that. He ain't had to chase those things. He ain't had to chase after women. He ain't had to chase after money, right? Because when he did with things pleasing to the Lord and did it and kept the law, statutes, and commandments and did it in righteousness, everything in righteousness, all these things were added to him, man. Right? Verse 34, take therefore no thought for tomorrow should take the thought of the things for itself, significant to the day is even thereof, right? So, hey, this world is only for a moment. This life is only for a moment, right? Serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.